When a sitting congressman looks federal officials in the eye and tells them their days of operating above the law are numbered, you know something fundamental is shifting in America. And what Eric Swalwell just did wasn't just deliver a warning. He exposed an entire system that's been allowed to operate like a rogue state within our own borders. If you believe in holding power accountable and protecting the constitutional rights of every person in this country, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, because we're about to dive into one of the most important moments in congressional oversight we've seen in years.
Back in my time, the gentleman from California is recognized.
One day we'll reconcile, Mr. Chairman, the richness of an Ivy League investment banker, Nepo congressman telling us that we need to get rid of the people who pick our food, wash our cars, build our homes, enrich our communities. We'll get to that. But today, this legislation is about making it easier for ICE to remove more of our friends and neighbors. And I guess the question I have is it really that hard for you right now? Is there anything that's getting in your way from just lawlessly going into our communities and detaining American citizens, terrorizing women as masked bandits who are not identified, run through the streets, chase people through fields, go into car washes, go to Home Depot parking lots? Like, are you having a difficult time just ripping people away from their families, and you think you need more abilities to do it? Also, quite interesting that you're asking for more legal authorities because you don't even follow the laws that are on the books right now. So what are we doing here, I guess, is my first question. But the American people are telling you, get the hell out of our homes, our streets, and our lives. And I want to play a video, Mr. Chairman, that illustrates that.
No, no, no. Tranquila, ma. Acá soy yo. I was going to school. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Oh, my God.
When the spray hit Veraza on the side of his head.
Mama, you okay, Mama? You okay? Are you okay?
He's a citizen! He's a citizen!
They do not have a warrant. They forcefully open the door.
No resiste. What am I doing? Hey! Hey, get on the ground!
I love you, let me go!
Get back, I'm gonna shoot you! You're gonna what? You're gonna shoot me? All right! Yeah!
I'm touching the car, leave me alone! Look what they're doing, sneezing!
No.
The American people were promised that the most violent individuals would be removed. And instead, we've been given this. You even deported a child, U.S. citizen, fighting cancer. You deported Miguel Lopez, my constituent, who's been in the country for almost 30 years, worked at a local winery, sent his kids to the high school in my hometown. And he showed up to his immigration proceeding following the law, and he was picked up by ICE and sent to Mexico. And every Sunday night, his wife Rosa and their family look at an empty chair where Miguel used to sit for 30 years with his family. What did we get out of that? Who's better off because Miguel, who was following the law, is not in our community? But earlier this month, the American people from Virginia to New Jersey to Pennsylvania, all the way out to California, sent a message that a reckoning is on its way, that accountability is coming. And this lawlessness that's gone unchecked, a lot's going to change. The masks are going to come off. Officers will identify themselves. And Kristi Noem and Tom Homan, you should familiarize yourself with the four corners of this room. Kristi Noem and Tom Homan, get to know that witness chair. You're going to be parked in it for a long time. You're going to have a lot of questions under oath with the subpoena power. And I hope what you're doing is clean and can withstand the scrutiny that everyone on this side of the aisle is going to bring. You think we won't do it. You think you're invincible. You're wrong. Accountability is coming. You've got about a year.
Eric Swalwell.
Now, I just watched Eric Swalwell absolutely eviscerate the lawlessness that's been masquerading as immigration enforcement. And let me tell you something, this wasn't just political theater. This was a United States congressman documenting, on the record, what communities across America have been screaming about while being ignored by mainstream media and establishment politicians. The masks are literally coming off, folks. And I'm not just talking about the ICE agents who hide their faces while terrorizing families. Let's talk about what real patriotism looks like. It's not wrapping yourself in the flag while you trample on the Constitution. It's not screaming about law and order while you break every law that inconveniences you. Real patriotism is what Swalwell just demonstrated, standing up and saying enough is enough when government agents operate without warrants, without identification, without any accountability whatsoever. Think about what we just heard. ICE deported a child who is an American citizen fighting cancer. Let that sink in. A sick American child was ripped from their home and sent to another country. If that doesn't make your blood boil, if that doesn't make you question what the hell is happening to our country, then you're not paying attention. This isn't about being pro or anti-immigration. This is about whether we still believe American citizenship means something. And Miguel Lopez? 30 years in this country. 30 years of working, paying taxes, raising kids who went to American schools, being part of the fabric of his community. He followed the law, showed up to his immigration proceeding like he was supposed to, and they deported him anyway. His family now stares at an empty chair every Sunday night. For what? Who's safer? Who benefits? Nobody. It's cruelty for cruelty's sake, and that's not American values. That's authoritarian tactics. But here's what really gets me fired up. Swalwell called out the obvious. These officials think they're untouchable. They've been operating like deputized vigilantes with federal backing, chasing people through fields, conducting raids at car washes and Home Depot parking lots like it's the Wild West. No warrants, no identification, just raw power unleashed on vulnerable communities. And they've done it believing nobody would ever hold them accountable. Well, guess what? The American people just sent a message from Virginia to California. We're done with this. We're done with masked agents acting like secret police. We're done with families being destroyed for political points. We're done with our tax dollars funding operations that would make the founders spin in their graves. You know what the Constitution says about unreasonable searches and seizures? The Fourth Amendment doesn't have an asterisk that says unless you're brown or unless ICE feels like it. Every single person on American soil has rights, and when government agents violate those rights, they're not enforcing the law, they're breaking it. And that's why Swalwell's warning to Noem and Homan is so significant. He's not threatening them with political games. He's promising them something they've avoided for too long: oversight. Real, substantive, under oath accountability. They're going to have to sit in that witness chair and explain why they think they can operate outside the law. They're going to have to justify the unjustifiable. And they're going to have to do it knowing that perjury is a federal crime. This is bigger than immigration, folks. This is about whether we still have three co-equal branches of government or whether we've allowed the executive branch to create its own private army that answers to no one. When ICE agents can bust down doors without warrants, detain citizens without cause, and deport people who followed every rule, we're not talking about immigration enforcement anymore. We're talking about state-sanctioned lawlessness. The shift that's happening isn't just political, it's moral. Americans are remembering that this country was founded on the idea that government power must be checked, that no official is above scrutiny, that transparency isn't optional in a democracy. We're remembering that we the people means all of us, not just those who look a certain way or come from certain places. Swalwell told them they have about a year before the real accountability begins. That's not a threat. That's a promise. A promise that Congress will finally do its job. A promise that oversight will mean something again. A promise that the days of operating in the shadows with impunity are ending. This moment matters because it's a line in the sand. Either we're a nation of laws that apply to everyone, including those who enforce them, or we're not. Either we believe in the Constitution for all, or we don't believe in it at all. There's no middle ground here. So buckle up, because what comes next is going to test whether our institutions can still correct themselves, whether our democracy can still hold power accountable, and whether we the people still have the courage to demand better. The reckoning isn't coming. It's here, and it's long overdue. Stay informed, stay engaged, and never stop fighting for the America we deserve.